Hey, it's Larry Gonzales with your housing market update for the week of 15 May. There's so much going on. I am wearing a USC shirt today because my middle daughter, Jordan Gonzales, some of you know her because she used to work for me. She just graduated from USC with a double master's degree. Woohoo, go Trojans. Master's in urban planning and public art. I don't know what she's going to do with it, but I know she's going to be great because she is my daughter and she's pretty amazing. So congratulations, Jordan. I love you and I wish you were here. Hey, here's what else is going on. The housing market. Housing market never sleeps, guys, and prices are continuing to go up. No reports this week, but overall, I'm seeing more competition in the market. Inventory is down. Nationwide, it's down. We need the housing ferry. You guys know the housing ferry will pay pretty good to get them out there, start slinging some houses out, but we ain't got any. Rates are on the roller coaster right now. There's not a lot of news moving the needle. Everything that has moved the needle has been hearsay, fear-related. When in the absence of good news or any news, rates tend to go up because people are freaking out. They're looking for any reason possible for rates to go higher. Right now, the big thing is debt ceiling. That is the big driver of interest rates, and then really everything that's going on in the economy related to that. So let's get into some of the reports that came out because there's a lot of news that really is going to affect us down the road. The first thing, the apartment list report came out for the month of April, and this is basically tells you what the price of rentals are across the nation. And for the third month in a row, we had an increase. It was an increase of 0.5%, but that is actually slightly down from 0.6 in March. So that is good news. And this April's reading was the second lowest April reading for rents since the apartment list has been computing this. And you got to think, in April and May and June, that's when the rental prices start going up because landlords, they know they got people moving in the area, so they jack the prices up. But up overall, month over month, 0.5%, but down from the previous month. So that is good news for inflation. All right, you can see, look at this chart. This is a crazy high, low. 1.7% increase year over year. The summer peak of 2021, we were at 17% year over year increase in rental prices from the peak in summer of 2021. Now we are plus 1.7%. That's down from 2.4% the previous month. Ladies and gentlemen, rental prices are coming down, and we are going to see that in the inflation reports. That is going to weigh positive. Remember, the price of shelter is the largest component in the core inflation reports, the personal consumption expenditure and the consumer price index. So this is going to be huge, and this is going to show inflation in the future going down because we're going to continue to see these numbers go down. So really, we are now actually, when you look at the yearly, we are now with regards to the rate of appreciation or the rate of increase in rent, we are back at pre-pandemic levels. As a matter of fact, we're below pre-pandemic levels, which leads you to believe that we're kind of right around this level of normalcy. If we're supposed to be at 2% inflation, folks, and we got a 1.7% rise in the cost, well, that speaks positive towards low inflation going down. And remember, pre-pandemic, our inflation was at or below 2%. So that is good news for inflation moving forward. Good news in inflation means, you guessed it, interest rates are going to start coming down. Maybe the Fed will get off their high horse and stop raising the Fed funds rate. Here, let's look at the other big report that came out this week. The National Association of Home Builders. Ooh, they're excited. That's right, baby. Good. For the fifth month in a row, the sentiment for home builders is up. Matter of fact, and remember, anything above 50 shows expansion. Anything below 50, and this is their index, shows contraction. Guess what, baby? That's right, baby. We are back. That's what the home builders are saying. Why? Because if you build it, they will come. And guess what? They're coming. They're coming to go buy some houses. You want to know why? Because the existing inventory of already built houses, it isn't there. All right, we haven't had that spring increase. So, I've seen it. You go over to Ho'opili Local, and they jack the prices up almost $100,000 on new construction. And guess what? There's a line around the block trying to get them because people want homes. And heck, if you can get homes, then you're in a good position. So you look at the components that go into their index. Current sales at 56, future sales at 57. Now, current buyers or buyer traffic is still low, but hey, all you need is one person to buy a home. You get 33, it's still not where it needs to be, and that's because of recession fears, and that's because of interest rates, but they're still there. The demand is still there. It's not as high, but you know what? When you have no other option, you're gonna go for new build. And here's what the builders are doing. And now with their sentiment being higher, you're gonna see less of this. Two things that they've been doing. One, incentivizing buyers. They're giving them that top of the line floor, and they're updating or upgrading the cabinets. They're doing those things. So that's one, you're gonna see a little less of that. The other thing though is reducing prices. They have been reducing prices, but with the lack of any other type of inventory, guess what? They are going to reduce prices less. So that's why you see in Ho'opili, they're raising the prices again. They know they're going to get that money. They know they're going to get their money. So home builders are super excited, and we have a lack of inventory. You're going to continue to see home prices go up. Again, we talked about that dip. I've been talking about that dip, and we are on the other side of the dip. We are doping. No, we're dipping up and dumping. We're going up, all right? So now let's talk a little bit about rates. Interest rates, we're on a roller coaster ride, all right? We're back. You know, last week started really good, then it ended really bad, and this week it's been kind of meh. It's been going up and down. Again, lack of news. We're still around 6.5% average for conventional, 6.5% to 7%, and then VA, you're looking high fives, low sixes. So it's just really the range is going up and down, and that's just the market we're in. We got it until we get a good report. PCE comes out, the personal consumption expenditure next week comes out, and we should see some rates come down. So let's look at the other big news that's come up this week. Actually, it's been in the news. It's been leading the news, and that is our debt ceiling. And obviously, we need Congress and we need the president. They need to raise that debt ceiling by June 1st, and that every day that's getting closer. All right, we're almost there. We got to see some movement. I've already talked about what happens, what's already happening. All right, and what could happen and the repercussions, even if we do raise the limit, if we wait to the last minute. But let's talk about the other report that came out this week. All right, consumer debt reached an all-time high of $17 trillion. That's right, $17 trillion. This is a report by the New York Fed. Delinquencies are up by 4.5%. 18 to 29-year-olds, 8.3% of them are in serious delinquency. That means they are delinquent past 90 days. Hey, I live that world. Man, that world sucks. And you know what? It's going to set 18 to 29-year-olds back. They have no business buying a house if you're 90 days late on your credit cards. And guess what? You're not going to qualify anyway. So this is huge. Here's the other thing. Auto loan delinquencies are also up. Auto loan delinquencies are now higher than they were pre-pandemic. And the average price of a monthly car loan payment is $729. My friends, my boss Tony D talks about this in his seminars. Debt is evil. You know, you would think that consumer debt, well, what about mortgages? Mortgages equated to $323 billion of debt this last quarter. At the peak, and that's not because of prices going up, that's just fewer people are buying homes. Fewer people are financing loans for homes. At the peak, and this was at the second quarter of 2021, so 2 years ago at the peak, $1.2 trillion in a quarter. So we've gone from $1.2 trillion in mortgage debt in second quarter 2021 to $323 billion. All right, mortgages, they're down. They're down because of rates. And here's what's happening. This is a snowball effect. We talk about that debt snowball, people. You don't pay your credit cards, you max your credit cards, you're delinquent. What's next? Your auto loan. Nobody wants to miss their mortgage payment, but missing your credit card payment, not good. Missing your car loan payment, very bad. Missing your mortgage payment, forget about it. You're up a creek and you need to get help and you need to get control of your spending. And that's where we're at. And that's my concern. I've been there, done that. It sucks, man. And it takes discipline, it takes hard work, it takes sacrifice. Absolutely sacrifice, and realizing why you're doing what you're doing. You know, if you're spending all this money to impress the Joneses, man, stop it. You know, Joneses don't care. But your family cares. The family that you got to feed, that you got to provide a legacy for, they care. All right, and that's where we got to get a handle on people. That You look at this freight train that we're on right now. Our spending habits, we're a freight train. We're going to hit a wall, and we're going to hit a wall. I was just thinking, when is this peak going to happen? It's going to happen the holiday season. That is when folks are most vulnerable. It's going to happen in the holiday season when, guess what? They're already maxed on their credit cards. They can't even qualify for a new credit card to buy Christmas presents. That's the most stressful time of the year. If we don't get a handle on this now, it is going to have a huge detrimental effect on not on our economy, but our American people come this holiday season. When we get into the fall and winter, when people, one, are losing their jobs and they don't have any money. All right, this could get ugly if we don't square our stuff away. And let's look at another chart. The personal savings rate right after COVID went up to 33%. So 33% of disposable income went to savings. Of course, we weren't doing anything. We're freaking locked in our houses. I felt like a prisoner. All right. Then we have the little peaks in January 2021 and March of 2021. What happened? Hey, we got stimulus checks. Thank you, government. You gave us some money and we saved some more. But guess what? Since that last check in March of 2021, look what's been happening. We've been saving, our savings have gone down. Why? Because inflation has gone up. Eggs cost $9 a dozen. Milk costs a lot too. So used cars, remember when used cars were out through the roof? It just became more expensive to live and we stopped saving money. You stop saving money, you don't have that reserve, that emergency reserve. You've already tapped out on your credit cards. You see where I'm going here. This is where we're going. Our government needs to unscrew themselves with our U.S. debt, but we got to unscrew ourselves with our own personal debt. And that's all I have to say about that. And so how do I end it? I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, one, because I've been through this before. I've been dirt poor. I've been dirt broke, busted and disgusted. And I made it through it, but it's painful. It took sacrifice, it took discipline, and ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Now, if you own a home and you find yourself, you are maxed out, you need to talk to me, because refinancing may be your best move, even if you're taking a higher interest rate, because you're going to pay off all this high interest debt. Remember, every time the Fed has raised the Fed funds rate, guess what has gone up? That's right, your credit card interest rate has gone up. Absolutely. And don't expect those credit card interest rates to go down at all anytime soon. Don't expect the banks to hook you up with a lower interest rate. They're not going to do it. They're struggling too. All right. So you can pay off all of your debt, and you look at those credit card payments. You're looking at $400, $500 a month. And with $100,000 of equity, you can cut your monthlies. I'm going to show you this week. I'm going to do one of these videos. I'm going to get it out. You can cut probably $1,000 to $1,500 out of your monthly debt payments by refinancing and taking a higher rate. Is that crazy? But it might help you. It might help you, especially if you're going to do it. You want to do it soon. Okay. When we go into a recession, lending it gets tougher to borrow money. It really does. So that's what I got to say to you. For people who own homes, if you're looking to buy, now is the time to buy. You are actually catching a break. We are in a seller's market, but not squarely in a seller's market, but we're going to get there. As soon as rates come down, man, sellers have the big advantage. If you're a seller, get your house on the market now. You might want to still incentivize your buyers, depending on how long your home's been on the market and depending on where it's located. I know the competition is real. We're not seeing 17, 18 offers right now because rates have gone up a little bit, but we are seeing 2 or 3 offers, and they're either at or near asking. So moral of this story is, don't give up the ship. Whether you're a homeowner, a prospective homeowner, or a home seller, don't give up the ship. Be smart with your money. Be smart with your money. That's what I'm here for. And if I can't help you, I know people who can. All right, have a great day. Aloha.